Hello, and welcome to the Vision Systems Design Tech Summit Quick Chat with CoastIPC. My name is Dennis Semeka, Associate Editor at Vision Systems Design. Today I'll be speaking with John DeWaal, the President of CoastIPC, a supplier of industrial and embedded computers and peripherals, and Skye Gorter, CEO and Solution Lead at automation solutions provider Skye Automation Incorporated. Full bios for John and Skye can be found by clicking on the speaker's name below the video. John, Skye, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you, Dennis.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Our first question is for John. CoastIPC specializes in customizing PCs for their customers' needs. What are the most important factors that systems integrators need to consider in their PC designs? And how can CoastIPC make sure those PCs function as required right out of the box?
Well, Dennis, really it starts with conversation and working with the systems integrator and talking about the application, asking the systems integrator what he knows about the application, about the customer, about what the requirements are. And really good systems integrators like Skye's, they know the application and the requirements better than the customer does very often. And so we get into, topics like location and environment. Is it going into a small space where we need to size it specifically for that space, and is it going to be hot or dusty or wet or what? So those are important factors that we need to know. And then we start to turn the conversation towards the application and the PC itself. Is the application PC intensive, compute intensive, such as a machine learning application? It may require a GPU. Does it require any third-party add-ins, either software or hardware, that we should be aware of? And in the end, we both have the same goal. We want this computer to be successful for the customer as well as the systems integrator. Theoretically, when they open the box, they should be able to plug it in and have it go to work to do the job that it was intended to do.
Okay. Skye, our next question is for you. As an integrator who's worked with CoastIPC, can you tell us how they've helped Skye Automation design and install effective machine vision systems? Maybe you can give us a few specific examples as well.
So our business isn't on the PC side. Our business is really designing and building custom automation solutions. So when we're using industrial PCs, we don't want to have to think about that as a component. We just want to work with somebody that understands our needs to give us the correct product that's right for the machine as it's built, as well as satisfying what needs might come up in the future on that system. So that's where CoastIPC has been an excellent partner for us. I work closely with their technical team. They identify the right hardware solution to meet the application requirements, and then we build it up a little bit more so that we always have a little bit more future proofing involved. So for example, our business is largely focused on machine vision and robotics and using PCs as the central controller for those machines. So we might work on anything from a single camera solution to something that has multiple cameras running asynchronously in conjunction with custom robotics and other servo motion systems happening. So the same PC is not going to be used on those same systems. Therefore, we work with them to identify the right level of technology to meet each application.
John, how are industrial computers evolving to meet the needs of systems integrators and end users to support cutting-edge applications like Edge AI?
Well, Dennis, right now it's a pretty exciting time to be in the business of industrial computers. Prior to 2016, the product offering out in the market was relatively mundane. I mean, a lot of companies had a similar product to offer. But in 2016, the GPU accelerated computer was introduced at the Automate show in Chicago. And from there, things got really very exciting. A lot of different applications popped up, a lot of innovation came to the surface. New applications involving autonomous vehicles and robotics and machine learning and machine vision AI, that kind of stuff, all due to GPUs. And at the time, people were thrilled that they could get a single GPU into a computer that was larger than a bread box. But it wasn't long after that the question became, well, how many more GPUs can I get in that bread box? And then how small a computer can I put a GPU in? And today we are able to offer systems integrators like Skye a wide variety of products depending on their requirements for the application. And we can provide them now with a very compact PC that has a VPU for Movidius VPU for doing object detection or facial recognition, or we can put a Google TPU in there, tensor processor unit, for doing edge AI. And we can still offer them the larger computers with multiple GPUs in them now. And those computers are fanless on the PC side, while the GPU has its own fan. So they're designed for the rugged environment that Skye builds machines to go into. And again, this offers them a lot of variation in the solutions they can provide their customers.
Skye, can you tell us how an integrator or end user can future-proof a PC to make sure it can handle more sophisticated applications like deep learning and AI over time?
So it starts largely with understanding what the application is going to be involved, utilizing what type of software is going to be run on it, what kind of communications are required, and then adding in a little bit more sophistication or capability to that, and ensuring that the motherboard has further expansion capabilities. So with regards to what John was saying, that's an element where we're trying to utilize in our standard build the ability to see a machine improve over time by implementing machine learning and artificial intelligence solutions. Traditionally, once you install the machine, that's the best it's ever going to run. But now with the ability to take user inputs or identify how the machine is running using more sophisticated algorithms, we can actually do predictive maintenance or even eliminate some aspects of the process and make them automated so that they're improved and more reliable. Those things happen in the background as the machine's running, and then we can simply implement it into our software as a DLL. So having the sophistication on the PC side to run multiple threads, to have multiple cores being utilized, and understanding what those capabilities are of the CPU is important from the front end, but also to make sure that the computer is going to have some expansion capabilities and some overhead available so that we can implement those things. One of the fantastic things about utilizing industrial PCs in today's market is they're already developed for industrial protocols. So running them on traditional field bus communications such as Ethernet IP, Profinet, EtherCAT, it's capable of that, but also running them all simultaneously at a better rate than traditional PLCs. So from a complete integration package, we find that the industrial computers are providing us more computing power, faster processing, and deeper capabilities than traditional PLCs.
Okay. John, Skye, thank you again for your time today. Just a reminder to everyone that today's session will be available here within the 2021 Vision Systems Design Tech Summit platform for the next 3 months. On behalf of Vision Systems Design and our sponsor, CoastIPC, we would like to thank you for joining us today.